Hi, and welcome to Lynes on Design. I am here today with John Iannazzo. We're at Liberty. We're in the fantastic showroom. And I have to say, we were talking about Lynes on Design today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I learned something new about
it. Right? You learned something new.
Lynes on Design, because you're Debi Lynes.
But no, when we started Lynes on Design, it was to start talking about fabric lines and furniture lines, different designers, new trends.
Different lines of home furnishings.
Exactly.
And it's a play on words that we didn't know.
Right. Who knew?
There you go.
Exactly. Today, we're not going to talk about different lines, but we are going to talk about layering.
Yes.
And I think it's really interesting as interior design has evolved, so have window treatments and the way we actually manage and handle different windows.
Yes.
And I think it's really fascinating because we were basically talking, it used to be less is more, okay? And that your window treatment was used to keep light out or to make things darker. That is not the world of window treatments now at all, zip zero. A lot of window treatments, and you can share with us, are meant to climatize rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Heat, and to keep out the heat in the summer, the cold in the winter, to really stop that harsh sun, to protect your furniture. Even we do closets to protect your clothes from fading. You know, if you've been window in your closet, you get the natural light, but that will fade your clothes. So we can help with that too.
And I also think that window treatments and blinds specifically are being used in an innovative way. We've actually done doors.
Yeah.
Shifting blinds to the vertical. And so there are creative ways to do everything in today's world of design. What we're going to talk about with layering is, what does that actually mean when it comes to blinds?
So you do a shade or a blind in the window, and then you layer it with like a drapery over top. So you get two layers.
Right.
So you have the function, and then the more decorative, the softer part to add the color and the softness.
Exactly.
If you do like a movable drapery as your layer, it adds an even extra line of room darkening, of privacy.
Exactly. And what's interesting about that is most blinds now, I would say all blinds now, have a decorative component to them.
Yeah, they are made to stand alone, so you don't have to layer them. And this is a new wall. We just put this in.
Yeah, this wall's great. It's
2-3 weeks ago, I think it went in, maybe 4. Time goes by so fast anymore. We wanted to show larger samples so you could really get a feel of how it's going to look, how it's going to work.
Because that's something that people have asked all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go each one. This is a vignette. Let's talk a little bit about that and then move on to the banded shades, etc.
And we'll get to the layering at the very end.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So this is a vignette modern Roman shade. It has the folds of a traditional Roman, but what's really nice about it, and this goes again with the layering, so when it's up, it all stacks inside its header.
I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool.
So if you have panels on the sides, you have the nice openness in the center, so you have the view, you have the light, and the shade really hides out of the way nicely.
So when you're doing a shade like this, am I going to do an outside mount? Am I doing an inside mount? Depends on what I want.
This most likely would be an inside mount. It would depend on your window. No two windows are the same.
Okay.
But so the shades would tend to be an inside mount, where then the drapery panels would be an outside mount.
And then the stack that's so nice is you can have a beautiful window frame and really focus on that too.
Exactly. The shade doesn't take away from anything.
And as far as sun, heat, cooling,
this is an excellent one. They can be room darkening. This one is not. You can see light coming through this one.
Right.
But because of the heavier fabric, it is an excellent insulator. It's going to keep a ton of heat out in the summer and a lot of cold out in the winter. If you have old drafty windows, this is a good one. This will stop that.
And look at the fabrics you got. We talk about this all the time because I may, match your trim and just be done with it. But that's just not what we're seeing anymore.
Yeah,
we're seeing
more colors, more textures.
Oh, the textures are pretty amazing. And they are a great anchor when you're doing layering.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love this. Okay, designer banded shades. Of course, designer.
It's a newer one. It's a shade I have in my house. It's the banded shades. My wife loves them.
I like them a lot.
What's nice about both of these, so the
no,
vignette.
No, don't. Yeah, do this one first.
Okay, the vignette just goes up, it comes down, but there's no in between. This one we can control.
Look at this. Look at this. I love this.
So you can have it open so you can see out.
Keep going.
Well, it goes all the way up inside its own header.
But look, but I think people don't. You're so used to this, but I don't think people really understand how cool it is.
And you can have it at any point, so you could stop it, so if you have a dog or a cat that wants to sit in the bottom of the window, you can raise it and still see out and still have a little bit of that semi-privacy.
And I think this is one that I do a lot in neutral, but we've done grays and we've done...
There's really interesting colors and textures in this one. There are actually some geometric shapes too that we have samples of in the other part of the store.
And we've done a bunch of those, and I think if you really want something a little bit out of the box, oftentimes a little more interesting or contemporary, they make the best window treatments,
Yeah.
and they layer beautifully. But again, just looking at these,
keep going up?
what about the cleanability? Yeah.
They're all polyester blend fabrics. They do clean very well. If you keep them dusted, and compressed air works real well, just to kind of blow the dust off, then vacuum it up.
Oh, what do I do?
Yeah, just you know the cans of compressed air you sell
Yes.
for electronics?
Yes.
Just use that to blow any dust off, and then just vacuum it up.
Gosh, love these.
Another cool one?
Okay, love these. So now we've got our
both
vignettes,
those
we've
down.
got our banded shades. All right, moving on to.
This is a faux wood blind. So
I really like them.
Yeah, this is one of the newer finishes.
Right.
And one, I forget, I think it's called Deco Gray.
And this is a
This one,
cost-effective blind.
It is, and it can also be motorized. Most people don't realize we can motorize.
I did
traditional
not know
blinds.
that.
Now, the big downside to this one that the other ones don't have is the weight. If you would raise that blind,
Okay. Okay, it's a little bit heavy.
it's a lot to pull up. It really
Yep.
is.
Yep. Okay.
And you
I
have the
hear
stack
you.
of it. So if it's going to be down and open, so again,
Okay.
if you're layering, if you have your side panels, and it's going to be down and open just with the slats open, it works really well. If it's something you want to put up, it might not be your best bet.
Okay. But it's you motorized
But
it.
we motorize it, yeah.
So
you
I can
control
let
the maneuvers.
this.
You just let it go.
Oh wow.
Isn't that neat?
So, but just because I have it motorized doesn't mean I can't hand.
You raise and lower, and there are actually different options to raise and lower.
Okay.
But if it is motorized to tilt the slats, there is not a manual override.
Okay, got it. Okay.
yeah.
I love the finish on this one also.
Yeah, so we like that. We like that one a lot when we pick
This
one
is
up.
great. Now, John is not a huge fan of this roller shade, but I have to
I
tell
like the
you,
color. The fabric I picked it, but I just
Right.
don't like it. It didn't turn out the way I thought it would.
I actually think it's kind of pretty, and I think roller shades are. Talk to me about not what I
Wrong button.
think.
Hit the wrong button.
All right, talk to me about roller shades, and as far as
The roller shades are great because they stack up nice and small. It's a real clean, sleek look. So again, going back to the layering, if you're doing
Yep.
something bold with your fabrics, this is a much sleeker look. It's not going to fight with any other fabrics in the room.
correct.
Okay, and what's very cool about this shade, this is a dual roller shade. So if you notice the brackets,
I do.
okay, there are actually two shades in one. So you
Oh.
can put the front shade down, and you can see light coming
Oh, I
through.
get- yes,
you can
light
almost see the
diffusing.
trees through
Yes.
it, but it has a room darkening liner that works completely independent. So you can put the darkening liner down behind it and see how much darker it's getting now.
So he has a brand new baby that's 5 months old. My assumption is you love the room darkening.
We have room darkening in our house.
Right.
For the baby.
And I would think there again, from an energy efficiency point of view,
Yes, very
This is
energy
a
efficient. The more
great-
layers you do, the more energy efficient it's going to be.
look at this.
So you can see. Now that's not the prettiest shade in the world,
But we're not-
it makes it dark.
That's right.
So if
we're
you
not.
need it
We're
to be
doing
dark,
it
that one works
right.
really well.
We're doing it for our mental health,
There you
so
go.
that we can sleep better. Correct. All right.
Woven textures. So this is a take on the woven woods, the bamboo shades they're very popular.
I think they're
it's
gorgeous.
a little more Roman shade than woven wood, but it's still a woven material.
Look how pretty these are.
number 6
Again,
on that one.
fabulous texture.
And of course, everything can be motorized. Motorization is a huge trend right now. It's not even fair to call it a trend because a trend comes
I was
and
just
goes.
going to say it's not even a trend.
Yeah.
It's more like a classic. It's something that is a must-have.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing more and more the Roman shade look. Again, softness.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're seeing too?
Yes, we do a lot of Roman shades. We just got a new line in the design studio, Roman shades. We got a couple new fabrics.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be curious to see that. Well, let's put it all together.
Yeah.
Let's walk over to the big window. We're going to show you kind of what a layered window can actually look like. Let's start with what I love. And again, as a designer, the side panels. We
Yes.
got a little softness. It's going to blend with our bedding or our living room
You can
furniture.
see it blends with the shade itself. So let me.
Okay,
operate
here,
the
you wanna-
shade.
yep,
So this
all
is the
right.
pure wet window shading, one of our most popular ones.
Yes.
And you can have it open so you can see out. You can close it for privacy.
Look at this.
And then the panels give it softness. It warms it up a
Exactly.
little bit because this can be a little cold all by itself.
Okay. But again, it's such a clean look. And what you're seeing in the layering, you're seeing rod, side panel, but your shade still stacks up
Yeah.
into a really nice, tight
Yeah, the whole thing rolls
header.
up inside.
Right.
So it really gets up and out of the way nicely.
You know, this is fun to do something like this, and I think this is a great way for all of us to get new ideas. So this is an innovative way. If you haven't been up to the Liberty showroom, it really is fun. They've got fabrics, they've got wall coverings, they do window treatments, they do cornice boards.
Yep, and we just redid this whole area. All new displays, new
really
fabrics, there's
good.
new shutter displays coming in. Should be in another week or so, I guess. So you have to come back out and see those?
Yeah, definitely do. Ask for John. There's Amanda, there's Kim, there's a whole cast of characters. Ruth's here, lots of critters. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us here on Lines on Design.